Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to another presentation of Boys Varsity High School Basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting. We first and foremost want to thank you for hanging out and spending your Wednesday night, January 28th, with us right here, coming to you live from the Ski Valley Conference at Mancelona, Michigan. Charles Trail along with Noah Backus here, and we've got two teams that combine for only 2 losses all season long. The top of the Ski Valley collides here tonight. We've got a rematch of a game that happened in early December. East Jordan winning that one by 10. But since then, Mancelona has really come into form. Noah, first, welcome in. And second of all, what are some of the key things you're looking forward to tonight?
Charles, thanks for having me. I'm excited for this Ski Valley matchup. If you want to talk about the 2 top dogs of the conference, we got them here tonight. And what I'm really looking for is this Mancelona's press. They're probably one of the most aggressive defensive teams we have in the Ski Valley Conference. And being at home, that press last game early in the season, it was the 4th game of the season for both teams. It got to East Jordan early on, so I'm excited to see how that affects East Jordan on the road. And then I really want to see how the quarterback point guard, Webb, for East Jordan, how he controls the tempo and really attacks this Mancelona team on the road here in Ironmen country.
Yeah, certainly the first true real road test for this East Jordan Red Devil squad. They're coming off a 9-point win Monday night versus Houghton Lake. No real common opponents there between the Houghton Lake Bobcats, the Ironmen, and the East Jordan Red Devils of that triangle of comparison that we all like to do and play. But when these two teams first played, 48-38 was the final. Your key player for Mancelona, Owen Crino, was just coming back from an injury. So talk about what he brings to this Ironman attack.
Man, he really spaces the floor. Talk about a lengthy guard. He's not one that's really in the post, but he can shoot. He's a left-hander, and just like you said, Charles, it was his first game back. He actually came off the bench, and now he's in the starting lineup with the whole team. They got a great chemistry going on with Owen, and I'm really interested to see what East Jordan does now that he's fully in rotation and he can really attack from the perimeter, drive and kick. He's really dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Looking at the Mancelona roster, they get a lot of their scoring and point production from their seniors, including Ryan Nomchev. Owen Crino, though, a junior. Gabe Weeks, a junior. Heath Bradley, juniors, representing a very strong 3-player junior class here for the Mancelona Ironmen. Let's shift gears and go over to the other side of the floor. East Jordan here tonight, obviously, at the helm, first-year coach Tim Smith for the Red Devils. Not first-year coach for Tim Smith by any means. He's very experienced. But the Red Devils here tonight, you talked about it, the guy that stirs the drink for them, or the straw, if you will, is Will Webb, the quarterback, as you said. But if you were to say what's one player who could be an X factor for East Jordan here tonight, who would that be?
You know, I would really have to point at Hadley McCafferty, the big man inside. He's a name that doesn't get mentioned a lot, with Ellis being the guy that scores the most part for East Jordan. But McCafferty being at the big and being able to turn to the hoop and be able to be a point guard, kind of like a Draymond Green aspect of the game. I think he's going to be a true X factor in this game, as, you know, Mancelona plays from outside to in, and they don't really control the down low post game that well. I'm really interested to see if McCafferty can get going early. And then obviously I have to mention Ellis Malpus. He kind of leads the helm at scoring, and I think he's going to be looking at going at attack all game. But this matchup is no shortage of a special one. It should be somewhat like the Michigan and Nebraska game last night, Charles.
I really think that it's going to be a war in the paint tonight as well. I think whichever one of these two teams, my keys to the game tonight, and I'm not going to make it outlandish prediction, but I do think whichever team controls the rebounds and creates the most points off of turnovers. For East Jordan, they need to limit the amount of points they allowed the Ironmen to score off of turnovers. The first time these two teams played, the Red Devils forced the Ironmen into a grinded-out half-court style of game. If this game is played below the 50-point mark, that's the type of game that East Jordan wants. If this thing's up and down the floor like a track meet in the 60s and 70s, that's where Mancelona can lean on their depth, their guards, their ability to have almost Miami Heat-esque basketball.
I like it.
Where each player can create for another player. It's almost like at any given time, all 5 starters or all 5 players on the floor for the Ironmen can get somebody else a shot.
Yes.
And that's really hard to stop in a full court game.
Super hard, and the confidence that these kids have. You know, I was looking at some game film going into this, and Jackson Bennett, number 4, leading the guard attack, he is so confident at the perimeter in the driving kick game. I'm really going to be interested to see how he goes at this game, because I think he kind of was the key factor in the last matchup that they played early in December. But, you know, I think the biggest thing for East Jordan and Mancelona is if they can control the tempo. You know, like you said, Mancelona, they want you to get sped up. They're going to be full court press the entire time off of inbounds, half court. They're going to try to get in your face, get you irritated. And if East Jordan can slow that tempo down and play at their own pace, I think they'll see the success that they want to see.
Well, we're going to go ahead and step aside. This has been the Next Level Broadcasting pregame show brought to you by the Charlevoix State Bank. 9 degrees outside in Mancelona, but things are about to get spicy here at the home of the Ironmen as we continue on this presentation of high school boys varsity basketball coming back in 60 seconds. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me. Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
One. And welcome back to the home of the Mancelona Ironmen, Mancelona High School. Ironmen and Red Devils about ready to get things underway. Mancelona tonight, coached by head coach Brian Sheridan. He's a veteran coach with a lot of experience here, specifically at Mancelona, going back almost a decade at the helm of the Ironman basketball program. For East Jordan, Tim Smith in his first year, as I mentioned earlier, looking to win the Ski Valley Conference for the 2nd consecutive year for the East Jordan Red Devils after being their first year into the conference last year, 2024-2025. All right, so without further ado, we're about 60 seconds away from getting things underway.
Ooh, I'm excited.
This should be, one of the games that both teams have had circled on their calendar since the last time they played back in December. Mancelona, this is a week of reckoning for the Ironmen.
Yeah.
Home tonight versus the Red Devils. Home Friday night versus the Gaylord St. Mary's number 2. They beat by 3 the first time they played them. So if Mancelona goes 2-0 this week, look out.
Good gauntlet for them, where to see where they're at within the season. Good tester, but I'm not going to lie, Charles, last time I was in this gym, I walked off with a district title, so I'm kind of looking for East Jordan to hold up that standard a little bit.
So we're going to go ahead and send it down to our public address announcer, get ready for our national anthem and starting lineups. This has been the Next Level Broadcasting pregame show brought to you by the Charlevoix State Bank. Okay, welcome in. Now, ready to get this thing underway. First of all, starting lineups for the East Jordan Red Devils will be number 0, senior Max Beal. Number 2, Brady Wilson. Wilson, the junior, led a strong junior class here for the Red Devils. Next, Will Webb, another junior in that class. Noah, he's your kind of key player here tonight for the Red Devils.
Quarterback of the team.
Yep. Alice Malpus, a senior, getting the starting nod here tonight. And last but not least, McCafferty.
Big man, my big man.
The player for the Red Devils that you said who could be that X factor.
Definitely. Stretch the floor, along with Ellis as well.
So now it's showtime here in Mancelona as we're ready to meet and greet the Mancelona Ironmen starters here tonight. We're going to send it down to the public address announcer because this is pretty cool.
This is intense in here, guys.
Yes, it is. Man, I don't know about but I just got chills from like the 04 Pistons.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They used to do that with our high school team. It used to get me going so much. I know East Jordan's even feeding off of that as well.
You got to be pumped. I mean, just being in this atmosphere, even though you're on the road. One of the things about high school athletics that's truly special is having these moments and atmospheres like we're about to witness here tonight, and these athletes are going to be able to take in tonight. And we should be ready for this one. It'll be Mokama and Malpus to tip it off. And Doug Curtis, our official tonight, tossing it up for these teams as we're about to get things underway here from Mancelona. The two teams atop the Ski Valley getting squared away to do battle. And it's controlled by the Red Devils on the opening tap into the hands of Will Webb. Let's see. Mancelona coming out a little man-to-man here, Noah.
Yep, let's see this opening set. East Jordan's really good off the first play of the game. Look to see if they go at Ellis or McCafferty down low here.
McCafferty catches. He's going to get bodied up by Crino.
Looking to try to get Ellis in that down low action. Good defense by
Okama.
Yeah.
Trying to rotate out to Malpus. And there's a pass that was risky. Somehow got through as Beal tries to go down low to McCafferty.
Yep.
Back up top now to Webb. Good defensive stand so far by the Ironmen. About 40 seconds on this possession.
Great defense.
With some quick hands, and it's tapped out of bounds. Mancelona there really getting down in the stance, Noah.
And I think East Jordan, this is where they got to be careful at. When they try to do the one-on-one creating, this is what Mancelona wants you to do. Get you creating on your own, get you in chaos. So interested to see if East Jordan gets in another set here. Looking to look at Webb in the paint. But no, you're talking about Mancelona. Solid perimeter defense right now, Charles.
You just look at the perimeter defense with Crino, Namchef. Good closeout there to the baseline as
Owen.
Malpus catch fire.
Good
Blocked
D.
up top by Mokama. And the Mancelona Ironmen play about 60 seconds of defense there. Now get their first turnover or shot block and the rebound. Here's Namchef going baseline, tapped out of bounds by Will Webb.
Good D. You know, and that's what we're going to be seeing is Mancelona going to be pushing the pace. They obviously want some chaos going in. Are they going to be taking the ball and pushing the tempo against East Jordan?
Namchef inbounding to Bradley. Here's Crino corkscrewing his way into the paint. Lefty layup off the
Big
mark.
Rebound.
McCafferty clears pocket pass down to Beal, but it's nearly broken up by Jackson Bennett. And Bennett, you talked about him, Noah.
Yep.
The ability for him to control tempo for Mancelona, really important.
Really important. He's just a solid guard overall. The confidence that he has when the ball's in his hand and his teammates, they just know he's going to do the right thing. So interested to see him get going.
Brady Wilson off of a sideline elevator screen. Splash down for 3 for the junior, and the Red Devils are on the board here on the Wilson triple. Going right inside is Namchef. Mokama's able to scratch it away inside. And there's a turnover. Beal And the Red Devils first turnover against the Ironmen.
You called a bit. Who's gonna control the paint with the rebounds, though? We've seen an offensive rebound by Mancelona there, but who's gonna control the glass is gonna be big in this matchup here. Mancelona already looking to trap in the half court right off that miss.
Up top to Wilson,
Another
left
one.
wide open. This one's off the heel. Mokama has the rebound, and we got a foul called against Hadley McCafferty, and that's the first one against the Red Devils. First one against McCafferty.
You know, I'm interested to see this foul game during this one. Are we going to see Mancelona? You know, their MO is kind of being very aggressive, and they foul a lot. I remember you talking about the Gated St. Mary's game. A lot of fouls in that game.
Fadeaway J for Bennett. Mokama on the boards again. Mancelona already up 4-0 rebounding with 2 offensive rebounds, 2 defensive rebounds. I talked about that. Who's going to control the glass? Mancelona already coming out strong in that department. You
can tell that was the emphasis from last game because early in the game, East Jordan was controlling that early in December. So definitely a point of emphasis in this game.
5-0 now rebound advantage for Mancelona as they're going to get a trailer up top, driving in, adjusting the shot, no good. And it's Beal who controls for the Red Devils.
And you can see it. They want to drive. Mancelona wants to get to the basket here. They really want to put that pressure on the paint guys, McCafferty and Ellis, see if they get them in foul trouble early. But they're looking to drive and really go hard at the cup.
Backdoor to Malpas. He's fouled in the air. Let's see if they get Bennett or Mokama. Our official here, Rick Seal, is going to get a foul on Ryan Nomchev. So that's the first team foul against Mancelona and the first against Nomchev. Each team with 1 foul right now. Inbounded here to Malpas. Trying to go backdoor, but Beal was tripped up, and that's the first Red Devil turnover.
They look at those backdoor cuts a lot, probably because of that aggressive defense that Mancelona does. East Jordan definitely looking to catch them a little bit too aggressive.
Let's see if Mancelona continues to attack the rim. Bennett gets it, drives, elbow jump shot. That's butter.
That's all day. That's all day. He was getting to his shot a lot last game, right in the paint, free throw line, pull-up jumper. That's butter.
And the biggest thing for Mancelona, that allows them to set this press up. When East Jordan's taking it out of the net, Mancelona can set up their defense.
And are they aggressive at it?
And we'll see if they've gotten better playing this defense without fouling.
Yeah.
Beal with a head fake, gets into the paint, floats it up, short rebound, comes out to the Ironman. Bradley has it. Bennett now in transition. Head and shoulder fake. Mokama catches on the baseline. Crino guarded by Malpas, puts it up. Floater no good. Rebounded by Webb. Crino so far 0 for 2 on his first field goal attempts.
Definitely trying to get him going as Mancelona's looking to attack still at the hoop. No sets, though. It's interesting how Mancelona just likes to create off of kind of chaos. Each player can kind of put the ball on the court, so it's kind of like who can create and build off of that, where East Jordan's more of sets. So it's interesting to see these playing styles go at each other.
Here's McCafferty up top. Another long possession by the Red Devils as Beal carves them some space in the paint, but no good. One and done again for the Red Devils on the offensive side. Here's Mokama in transition. Layup is good, and the Mancelona Ironmen with 4 straight points have taken their first lead of the game as Mokama scores. Here comes Webb, dropping it down to McCafferty.
Good press break.
Drew contact, foul called against Owen Crino, and that'll be the second team against Mancelona. And Crino has his first called against him.
That was a great pass by Webb. Like we said in the beginning, Webb's going to be a big factor in this press. If he can control the tempo, but also just control himself. When he gets sped up a little bit, that's when kind of some of the turnovers can get a little bit overwhelming. But for the most part, you know, he's had some practice being the quarterback against these guys as well. So really like how he can kind of control this pace with a good pass to McCafferty as he gets to the line and gets to the helm of the free throws.
2nd and 2 good for Hadley and McCafferty. We're now knotted up at 4. And here come the Ironmen. They had scored 4 straight points before that second McCafferty free throw. We've got a couple new players in. That's Gabe Weeks from Mancelona. Mokama tips it back out. Nomchev pulls and drains it.
Deep.
And that came off of the offensive rebound by Mokama. And the Ironmen now have come alive here offensively.
It looks like they're getting a little settled here at home.
Corner three for Wilson.
Great shot.
And he answers right back.
Great
Brady
shot.
Wilson makes his second triple of the game, and we're tied at 7 again.
We got ourselves a game, Charles. They're going back at each other. 3 for 3. The answer, it's a battle, folks.
Trying to go inside. Mancelona, once again, Mochama's on the offensive glass, and
My
he scores
goodness.
it. He is a man amongst boys right now on the offensive glass.
They got to get a body on him. He's just sitting down there waiting for the ball to come out, saying, give me them cookies. And he's running the helm at this press, too. He's just working right now.
And he's got a good build, too. I mean, you look at him, and he's got solid definition, but I think the biggest thing for him, now in the season is his stamina is built up, so he can be on the glass, and he can be the tip of the spear on this pressure defense. Here's a high ball screen. Malpas steps into it. Mancelona playing drop coverage. Okama with another rebound.
He might have 10 before the half.
He might be Rodman 2.0 out there right now.
Man, you love a guy like that, just looking for the ball off the rim, searching for it.
There's a turnover by
pass.
the Ironmen, Webb and Malpas, and Webb cruises in for an easy 2. That's the first Mancelona turnover in about 5 minutes of play.
And it was really just miscommunication. Just threw it to a guy not looking. Don't like to see those. Those can kind of get you out of rhythm.
There's another takeaway.
Good
Cookies
steal.
for Webb. Now Beal at the controls. We got 1:20 left to play in this opening quarter. It's been an entertaining game. Wilson, leading scorer with 6 points, has it. Now over to Beal. Near side to Webb, trying to go post touch to McCafferty. Swings it to Malpas. Open
like
look.
this.
One's off the heel.
The inside
Rebound.
touch was really good right there, though.
It was going in and out. Bennett kicks it. Corner look. Spot up. Three-pointer. Way strong. But Ironman on the offensive glass. We've got an offensive foul called against Mancelona. And that one's called against Jaden Lanning. Baseline official there, Doug Curtis, was all over that one.
Oh, we got an early sub by East Jordan. Got Trace Winecoop coming in. 15, Tyler Enos.
Yeah.
And Griffin Boyer all checking in. And this is actually a first. Last time they played in December 9th, they didn't have any subs in the first quarter. So subbing 3, you definitely see that Mancelona's defense is kind of tiring out the team.
Let's see if these Red Devil substitutions are able to give them a little boost of life. Going up against this Mancelona press, it really drains their energy. And you're also giving those guys that went to the bench not only this minute, but the timeout as well to catch their breath and get refocused, as Will Webb is barking out a set. East Jordan looking to go with like a little 1-4 flat as they're going to catch it up top.
Looks like they're going to try to play for the last second shot here.
Yep, we've got 3 seconds in the key called against the Red Devils. And that's something that technically shouldn't happen when you have 2 guys at the high elbows, but they must have had a foot in the paint.
Yep, just not paying attention. Got to look at those details. Small things like that can eat you as the game gets going, but big stop for Mancelona. See if they can get a last-second shot here and take the lead going into the second quarter.
Let's see what the Ironmans draw up here. Just going to come up top, down screen into a backdoor cut. Might have been a miscommunication there because Owen Crano was going to set a down screen, and Namchev cut backdoor.
He obviously saw something that the others didn't.
Inbounded, Namchev gets the dribble handoff, tapped away. However, the Ironmen save it. 5 seconds left. They don't have to rush.
Oh,
what a
good
pass.
pass.
Crino
Damn.
is available, and he scores it. And that will end the first quarter of play. Owen Crino scores his first made field goal of the game and gives the Ironmen a 2-point lead after 8 minutes of play. We're going to step aside here. Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked. We've got a lot more coming up and much more here as the second quarter about to begin. You're watching this presentation of Boys Varsity High School basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
And welcome back. Second quarter about ready to get underway. Mancelona with a 2-point lead that they scored just before the buzzer sounded. It'll be in the hands of the Red Devils on this opening possession.
Great
We've got
trap.
a turnover. And back-to-back turnovers now for the Red Devils going back to the first quarter, Noah. They had the 3 in the key, and there the turnover.
And it's led by number 1, Mochama, on the defensive side. I'm talking about as soon as that ball was inbounds, he goes and runs to go do a double on Webb. No other person was paying attention. Webb just got caught up to a jump ball, turnover.
Here's Krino. A little high ball screen, turning it down, getting to the rack is Namchev, but it's broken up inside by Boyer. Good hands by the Red Devil big man. And if Boyer's not able to make that play, Namchev or Mochama has an easy layup.
Yeah, Nemchev really likes to get to the cup. You can tell he's really got a driving lane almost every time he's at the perimeter.
That's something East Jordan will have to tighten up, is that ball screen defense, making them use the screen, not allowing them to turn it down and go away from the screener.
100%. 2 easy driving lanes for Mancelona.
Malpas drives baseline,
Tough.
puts it up. He draws contact. Let's see who they get here. It's on Owen Krino.
Yep.
And that's the first against the Ironmen in this quarter. And now the Red Devils go back to the free throw line where they're 1 for 2 so far in the game. And for Owen Krino, that is his second foul, Noah.
That's a big foul on him. He looked at the coach, too. It looked like he trying to tell the coach to keep him in. He's going to settle down, but him getting that foul is big for East Jordan, especially with the matchup on Ellis. Ellis kind of needs to get going. I love him being aggressive, getting to the free throw line, kind of getting some rhythm here for East Jordan. But, yeah, Owen, he's got to watch these fouls now. He's got 7 minutes to go left in the second quarter. It's going to be big for the Ironmen here.
Second and 2 coming from Malpas, and he makes them both. And we're back tied at 11. Red Devils now 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Mancelona still hasn't attempted a free throw.
No. And they've been driving. It's not like they haven't been aggressive. East Jordan just hasn't really fouled. Has been just kind of letting them shoot and trying to get on the glass as much as they can.
Pulled up jump shot, no good by Heath Bradley. Here's an even numbered break. Webb leading the charge, swings it out. Back up top to Boyer as the Red Devils reset. They find Brady Wilson. One more now to the corner to Weinkoop. Alice Malpas with a little show and go move up top. Back door to Beal, and it's corralled by Trevor Ennis.
You know, Trace Weinkoop, number 1 for East Jordan, wasn't a player that was here for their first matchup as well. He's an additional shooter and just a strong guard perimeter, so love to see him out there for East Jordan.
There's a three-pointer up and no good there by Ennis. One and done again for the Red Devils. Mancelona just all over the backboard so far.
All over the glass. East Jordan really needs to go in halftime and figure out something they can do to put a body on Mochama,
Yep.
on some of these guys, because they're just sitting down there waiting for the ball. I'm only seeing one guy in the paint off East Jordan.
And I will say this, shot proximity might not be something that a lot of people chart. I'd say the average length of shot Mancelona's attempting is about 6 feet.
True.
As Namchev, no good from the corner, but Mochama tracks down the rebound. It seems like a lot of these East Jordan shots are getting out on the perimeter. Mancelona really forcing them to take deep, contested, sometimes three-pointers. As there's a turnaround fadeaway, no good, as the Red Devils get this rebound. But just keep an eye on that. You know, shot proximity to the rim so far. Mancelona's been taking much closer shots, even though we're tied at 11.
Right.
It all evens out and equates when you have two teams that are, you know, this good squaring off.
Travel.
Yep.
East Jordan again trying to get Ellis going here with a little set. Just comes off the ball, takes a little bit too many steps, gets a little walk here for the turnover.
I like that little dribble handoff there at the elbow.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get him freed up because he can catch that, shoot over the defender, or drive. Just, you know, took one too many
he got a little
early
excited.
steps.
I think he saw what he was about to do already.
Yep. So not a lot of scoring here so far for the Ironmen. They haven't scored in this quarter. Bennett tees up the three. That's way short. Rebounded by Webb.
And you talk about close shots. We've seen some deep shots in this quarter, something a little different than they did in the first.
Here's Webb dropping a pass to Hadley McCafferty.
Risky pass.
He's able to get it, and it's nearly stolen. Jump ball. No, Mancelona comes out of there with the turnover. This is Jaden Lanning. Lanning spin moves inside, fades away, no good. And maybe not the shot that head coach Brian Sheridan wanted on that possession.
No, not after the turnover. They got to start capitalizing on these turnovers they're getting East Jordan to do. Be nice to see East Jordan set up a good set here, get a good look. Great
There's
pass.
Malpas on like a little flex screen. He's fouled. Shot fake. He drew contact. That foul will be called against Lanning. And that's the second team foul against the Ironmen. No, another good set. That time, it wasn't like a flex cut. It was more like a post exchange that got Malpas available.
Yeah, on the down block, too. I like that. Ellis sometimes doesn't really get too much touches in the post, as he's not known for a back to the basket type of player. But when you get him down here with the size that Mancelona's got, they don't got too many big guys down there. He does have an advantage in doing the pump fake, getting the guy up in the air and going right into him. It was a great move to get to the free throw line and get these easy points.
Second free throw goes down for Malpas, and the Red Devils regain the lead, 12-11. Wide open three, no good for Lanning. Mochama on the glass, and it went right through his legs. Otherwise, he would have had another one, but the Red Devils snare it and have now the possession.
I'm not going to lie. They might be trying to run a play where they just throw it up and have Mochama go get the rebound, because it just looks like it's set up every time.
Wilson catching fire on the pin down off the back of the rim. No good. Mochama has the rebound. No numbers for the Ironmen. Red Devils have done a good job in defensive transition. To my account, the Ironmen only with 2 points off of turnovers and fast break, as Jackson Bennett finds his way on a rack attack for a deuce.
Great layup by Jackson there. Looked for the driving lane and just attacked, really aggressive. But, you know, you got that right. East Jordan is doing pretty well of getting back on defense and setting up this pack line defense, really trying to clog up that paint.
Malpas drives baseline. We've got a foul on Bennett. So here in this second quarter, East Jordan has done a better job of attacking the basket.
Yeah.
Ellis Malpas himself has drawn 3 fouls against the Ironmen, and that's the first personal called against Jackson Bennett, but the third against the Ironmen.
Yeah, you can definitely tell East Jordan's trying to attack Mancelona, get that aggressive defense, get them in foul trouble, get to the line, get some easy points.
Backdoor cut. We've got a turnover against the Red Devils.
I think Max didn't come in bounds.
Yes.
Yep, I think that's what it was.
They're saying he was running along the baseline to go to the corner. So another odd turnover that you don't typically see, as Lanning catches, spinning against Beal. Red Devils really packing it inside against this Mancelona offense, who, I mean, they make no bounds about it, the Ironmen do. They want to get to the basket.
That's all they want to do. Each player is looking to drive, to create a lane, and if so, they're going to kick it out. But, yeah, these players are looking to get 2 feet in the paint, trying to get some contact and put the ball up, hopefully to get an offensive rebound.
Bennett has the inbound. He's got the last made bucket for the Ironmen. Stop and pop, pull up, jump shot is good, man.
That's his shot.
That had some nice touch, a feathery touch from 12 feet for Jackson Bennett. He's got 6.
Going right into the full court press, man-to-man, right into it. East Jordan looked like they're prepared for it, though.
We got a timeout taken by head coach Tim Smith here. The Red Devils want to take a 30-second TO and talk about this. It's a 4-0 run for the Ironmen. And in this game, we haven't had a lead by, this is the largest lead of the game right now, as Mancelona has a 3-point lead. East Jordan had a 3-point lead on the first possession.
Right.
And this is the largest lead of the game so far. And right now it seems like the Ironmen have a stronger desire to stick with their game plan.
Yeah, I would say so. East Jordan's kind of unraveling and trying to figure out as they go. I do think the substitution with having Trace in the lineup, it's a little bit different. They really haven't had this kind of access. They've been running more of like a 6 to 5-man rotation, and having Trace now be a part of that has definitely opened up. But again, Mancelona right off the inbounds in a press. Non-stop defense in your face.
Beal turns it over. Namchuk gets the takeover. Now it's outletted to Bennett. Bennett one-on-one, fouled hard up top. And that would have been the 3rd or 4th point off a transition for the Mancelona Ironmen. Here's the replay, which we'll take another look at that. Bennett got airborne, but you see the turnover there as well. And Bennett one-on-one versus Wilson.
Love the aggressiveness going to the hoop, looking for contact. Wilson definitely came to bring a tough foul, but all legal. Boys playing good defense. But, yeah, again, this is where East Jordan can kind of get unraveling here when you start to speed them up. Webb does pretty good job at ball security, but when he gets a little sped up there, gets some chaos going on, that's when the turnovers unravel.
Jackson Bennett has scored the last 6 points for the Mancelona Ironmen as they take a lead by 5. Those are the first 2 free throws taken by Mancelona as well. With how aggressive they are, that's crazy that they took their first free throws
actually
less than or over halfway into the second quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, Jackson, he got fouled on that one. It was no short of a foul, but that is actually really kind of crazy. The way that they've been so aggressive, you would think they've been at the line, but that just shows East Jordan, though. They're playing good D, not hacking, but they're going to have to do a little bit of something to slow down Jackson right now. He's seeing green, and once he gets going, you know, he kind of reminds me of the SGA mid-game or Jaylen Brown mid-game pull-up. You know, not too many guys have that mid-range. Everyone wants to shoot the 3 or try to dunk on someone, and he's putting 2 feet in the paint, getting that jumper off. You know, they don't want him to get going. He will light it up like SGA does.
Mancelona only with 1 made three-pointer as well, so they are getting their buckets close to the basket. And I would say right now they feel more in rhythm than the Red Devils look to be.
Definitely. I think East Jordan's got to get settled here in the set, get something good at the hoop.
Wynkoop carves his way into the paint. Beal catches. Actually, that's Webb. Wynkoop has it once again up top. Now in the corner to Webb. And I think he's got to take that shot. He'll drive in baseline, forces it up, drew contact. And
that's Owen's third.
Don't listen to me. Will Webb, keep doing you. The Red Devils force the 4th team turnover or 4th team foul against the Mancelona Ironmen, and Owen Crino just picked up his 3rd foul.
They're going to put him on the bench. Man, have they taken Owen out of this game. Came in looking to get a shot early on. Kind of was established himself at the end of the quarter with that last-second shot, but East Jordan's taken him completely out with being in foul trouble. They've definitely looked to attack Owen and get him out of the game.
And that's the risk you roll if you play.
Put him back in.
You know, your best player or one of your best players with 2 fouls. And, you know, up 5, you can roll the dice on that, or you don't have to.
Good pass. Trace Wynkoop to Ellis Malpus off the inbounds. Great set right there. Love the execution by East Jordan. And that's what they want to do. They want to run sets. They want to run their plays. That's when they best have success within this East Jordan squad.
Deep 3 by Bennett. That's a little heat check there, Noah. He has scored 6 straight before that shot, as Malpus now with a handful, 5 points in the game as well.
Me and you, Charles, both had a couple of heat checks in our time.
Yeah, I got so many heat checks I took right to the bank, man. I started doing electronic deposit with heat checks, man. As Malpus working in, kicks it out. Open shot for Webb from the corner. You betcha, he got it. And we're tied at 17. 5-0 run by the Red Devils as they cash in their 3rd made three-pointer. Will Webb strikes from the corner.
A man who doesn't shoot many gets one to fall. Just the momentum of this game. They needed it from him. He steps up big, cashes in a 3. Turnover by Mancelona here. Travel going right back to East Jordan. But you know what Mancelona's doing? Setting up that press.
And they're bringing back in the tip of the spear of that presser. Bidwell Motama.
Dennis Rodman's brother.
Exactly, man. Like his ability to react and get deflections. Not a lot of teams track deflections.
No.
As we've got a Mancelona player sliding down. He's down.
Oh, he's still down.
And that's Heath Bradley. And we've got a foul called against the Ironman. Bradley's down, grabbing at his lower leg.
He dove out for that one.
If we see it here, right here on the replay, you kind of see it right at half court, and head coach Brian Sheridan's going to come over and check on Heath Bradley, hope that he is okay.
Definitely.
We're going to go ahead and step aside here as the Ironmen come out to attend to Heath, and we will be back after this.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods, with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
First free throw bounces off the rim for Will Webb. Bradley was able to walk off with some assistance from the coaching staff as Webb goes 1 for 2. Red Devils regain the lead by 1. And up, no good. And, hey, no, it's a 6-0 run for East Jordan right now. 18-17. It was 17-12 as we have less than a minute left to go in this first half of play.
All started with that inbounds play to Ellis, then Webb's three, and they kind of just rippled off of that.
There's a double dribble called against the Red Devils.
And that could kill the momentum right there. You would like to see potentially the last second shot here from Mancelona.
I mean, I think if Mancelona gets within 8 feet, it's going up. Got to travel.
3
seconds called against the Ironmen. Yeah. I was
Don't really see that too much.
40 seconds left in the game or quarter. There's still at least 2 or 3 shots there. The way Mancelona puts its shots up. I mean, their game is kind of based on a mathematics principle.
100%.
They want to get more shots than you at a closer proximity to the basket than you.
Right.
That's their formula to winning.
Especially with Mochama underneath.
Yeah. And the way that they've got 5 guys on the floor who can all dribble, pass, and shoot.
Yeah.
It makes them really hard to guard because you can't just load up on one player on one side of the floor and say, hey, we're going to stop you.
Right. East Jordan trying to get this last second shot here.
McCafferty over to Webb, driving baseline. Webb has it deflected as he was trying to drop a hammer pass down to Malpas. They've got 3 seconds left to go to try to get a good look at this one. And you see the shooter coming back in, Brady Wilson. He's got 2 made 3-pointers in the game so far. Let's see what East Jordan wants to feature here on this baseline out of bounds set.
This should be the money play right here. Go-to play.
Inside or outside? Wilson catches. It's contested. And defense. A good defensive stand by Lanning. And we started this game with a 0-0 on the scoreboard. We're going to go to halftime, only going back with 1 point differential between East Jordan and Mancelona. 1 point separating the 2 leaders of the Ski Valley Conference. Each of these teams with only 1 loss and a 1 point differential after 16 minutes of play here from Mancelona, Michigan. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got the Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show coming up in 2.5 minutes. We'll break down everything we saw in the first half, go through our stats and leading scoring leaders so far in this one, and we'll take a look around Northern Michigan and keep you updated on the other game going on Next Level Broadcasting tonight, Charlevoix at Elk Rapids. So we've got a lot coming up, so stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Orion, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installations, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike other service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding your gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our Northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy, right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
EJ is proud to support East Jordan Athletics here on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to stay in touch with your hometown team wherever you are. Compete with heart and play with integrity. EJ is the leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of access solutions for water, sewer, drainage, telecommunication, and utility networks worldwide. Driven by unparalleled customer service, exceptional solutions, global expertise, and local understanding. That's EJ, a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Looking for a coffee shop that feels like home? Iron Goat Coffee welcomes locals and visitors with cozy spaces, friendly service, and organic, locally roasted coffee. Find them in East Jordan and Walloon Lake. And while you're there, enjoy the best coffee in Northern Michigan, right there at Iron Goat Coffee.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport. We're proud to help keep you connected to high school sports in Northern Michigan, so you can stay in the game all season long with TVC, your Northern Michigan connection.
1. All right, welcome in, everybody, to the Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show here as we welcome you in. We're officially mezzanine here side at Mancelona High School, so you can be home couch side. Shoot, maybe you're watching in beach side. It doesn't really matter. We're here braving the 9-degree weather so that way you can be watching from the comfort of wherever you find comfort. And in order to keep that comfort of your home or maybe even your pole barn, you should trust no one outside of Professional Seamless Gutters to come over. Call Orion Beningo. When you call him, you'll get him. He'll answer the phone. He'll come over. He'll slap some gutters on your home and keep your home protected from the elements. That is Orion Beningo at Professional Seamless Gutters. Take our word for it. Give him a call. He will answer the phone. That's Orion at Professional Seamless Gutters. Tell him we sent you. They're here to help you battle the elements, whether it's the winter, spring, summer, fall. I mean, Michigan, you're always dealing with some sort of precipitation, whether it's water in the summer, spring, or in the winter when the snow hopefully finally melts soon. Groundhog Day coming up as well, by the way.
Hopefully.
We don't want to see that shadow. Charles Strail along with Noah Back is here at the Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show here. Noah, we're just separated by 1 point at halftime, 2 quarters in the books. We talked about it off air. Mancelona, they give you a very consistent output because they play a mathematical game. They want to shoot a lot of shots close and force you to take a lot of shots from far away from the basket and then get every rebound.
That's their MO. They want to attack, they want to drive, get to the cup, and then hopefully they can get all the rebounds with Bidwell in the middle, and he's been doing so this whole half. So really interested to see what they do in the second half with Bidwell.
For East Jordan, they've made 3 3-pointers so far, so 9 of their 18 points, exactly 50% of their points coming from 3. East Jordan also getting to the free throw line. I believe they're 5 for 7 or 5 for 8, 4 for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 for 7 from the free throw line. So if you add 3-pointers and free throws, East Jordan, I mean, a lot of their offense has come from the free throw line and the 3-point line. Nothing really given up inside by the Ironmen defense. What do the Red Devils need to do to get some closer shots at the basket?
I think they kind of just need to settle down. Their MO is running sets, and for that first half, we didn't really see too much, but when they got into their half-court sets, you've seen Ellis get some easy buckets down low. You've seen kind of their offense really take off. That's what Tim Smith really wants. So I think they just kind of need to get back to their game and kind of slow down. You know, Mancelona's defense, that press that we've been talking about, has really got them going. So I would love to see East Jordan kind of settle down, get into their sets, trying to get back on the offense game.
One thing we also saw in the first half, foul trouble for the Ironmen. Owen Crino, one of their leading scorers, has 3 personal fouls so far through 2 quarters of play.
Big.
It'll be interesting to see how the Ironmen deploy him. Obviously, you got to start him.
You definitely got to get him out there.
But does he or do the Red Devils attack him defensively because of him having 3 fouls and knowing that he's going to maybe have a propensity to not play as aggressively on defense in the first, I would say, whole 8 minutes of the third quarter?
100%. If you're Owen, you want to get going in this game. You want to be effective, so you're looking to score more on the offensive end, probably play a little bit less aggressiveness defense, where if I'm East Jordan, if I'm Ellis and he's matched up, we're going right at Owen. We want to get him out of the game, let him sit on the bench, and really not affect this game like he's not been doing this whole first half.
So we talked about it in the first half. My kind of keys to the game tonight: who would control the offense and defensive glass, and how well would East Jordan be able to limit
the
turnovers and points off of turnovers?
Right.
And so far, we've only seen, I believe, 4 or 2 points scored by Mancelona on turnovers that directly correlated to an offensive run out and transition. I think that's the reason why we're at a 1-point game. East Jordan defensive transition, A++. I mean, the way that Mancelona wants to push the basketball, it's so hard to limit them to 2 or 4 points, depending on how you're keeping stats here in transition. However, Mancelona has dominated A++ on the offense and defensive glass.
You can't keep him off the glass. Bidwell, he's a magnet to it. We said he's the second coming of Dennis Rodman. Might be a little brother. I don't know. But he's just showing that Draymond Green energy. As soon as that ball goes up, he's looking to get in position and go in and take it. And you got to love that. And it's kept him in this game. It's almost got him the lead at half.
It was 11-9 at the end of the first quarter. East Jordan outscores the Ironmen by 3 in the second period to take an 18-17 lead at halftime. This has been the Professional Seamless Gutters halftime show here on Next Level Broadcasting. We're going to go ahead and step aside. We'll be back in 90 seconds with the second half of basketball coming at you here on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned. See you on the other side.
Hi, it's Kevin Klein from TVC Airport.
EJ is proud to support East Jordan Athletics here on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to stay in touch with your hometown team wherever you are. Compete with heart and play with integrity. EJ is the leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of access solutions for water, sewer, drainage, telecommunication, and utility networks worldwide. Driven by unparalleled customer service, exceptional solutions, global expertise, and local understanding. That's EJ, a proud sponsor of tonight's game. Right back. Oh, he's going to pull it. Got it. Condon has it. Left block. Slams it home. The Glen Lake student section, they're pumped up. Okay, here we are. Welcome in. Want to get things ready to go here. We apologize. Our scoreboard graphic a little shifted here as the Ironmen putting it up.
Owen putting up a 3, looking to get himself effective in the second half. Came out starting. Interested to see how he comes effective, like we said, in the half game. Ellis looking to drive here. Addition to McCaffrey under the hoop. Fouled, going to the line. Great look from Ellis underneath the hoop right there, getting McCaffrey, getting him to the line.
We had the score right. We didn't have our graphics right on our scoreboard, so we apologize for that for everybody tuning in. As McCaffrey's first free throw off to the left, 4 for 8 now for the Red Devils at the charity stripe. Still outscoring Mancelona there, however. Mancelona 2 for 2. Hadley McCaffrey setting and firing 0 for 2, but he's able to track down his own miss.
A rare offensive rebound.
Yeah. So the Red Devils will reload here on this possession. Stolen away by Bidwell Mokama, but it's stolen back by McCaffrey. We got bodies
They're battling,
flying.
boys. They're battling. Love to see that effort. McCaffrey getting on the ground off that loose ball.
I think McCaffrey might have been challenged at halftime to compete on the glass against Mokama and the Ironmen, just because the Ironmen had an all-out assault on the backboard as Max Beal rips the net with a three-pointer.
Like you said, East Jordan's points are coming off of threes and free throws. If it's not a free throw, it's a 3. And they've been cashing them in.
Fourth made three-pointer for the Red Devils. First field goal for Max Beal. And he waited until the right around 6-minute, 50-second mark of the third quarter to do that.
Ryan just put up a 3 there, turn over the ball on an air ball, but setting up the trap right off the inbounds.
Caught by McCaffrey, guarded by Crino, and he's going to have to play cautiously with 3 fouls. Back out to Wilson, teeing it up and knocking down another one. Back-to-back triples made to start the third quarter for the Red Devils. Noah, this looks like the 2014 version of the East Jordan team.
They're showing me some signs again, getting me hot. They need to swing the ball over here. I'm ready to shoot.
5 made three-pointers for the Red Devils here. 15 of their 24 coming from deep. Jackson Bennett trying to get to his spot. Finds Nomchef. They go down low. Double-teamed and a turnover coughed up. It'll, via the possession arrow, given to the Red Devils.
Great double team there by Ellis. He saw the offensive player for Mancelona was head down. He went in there and got a great double team on the baseline.
All right, we got people tuning in here. We got John, JTC, John, I don't know, but they're saying let's go, great defense. Yeah, if you're a fan of defense here tonight, John, it's been a pretty good game. We got somebody tuning in from Prilep, Macedonia.
Okay.
Saying go Mancelona.
Hey, shout out to John. That's my buddy from college. Shout out to John.
Well, yeah, John, hope you're enjoying defense. We do have a sighting of some three-point shooting, though, by the Red Devils. They've made back-to-back three-pointers to start this third quarter of play, and they are out shooting Mancelona right now 5-1 from the three-point line.
And I'm not going to lie, doing some research going into this, I thought Mancelona would have had the advantage on three-pointers as Owen, you know, was a great three-point shooter for them, but him being in foul trouble has definitely switched that tide. And Brady caught fire. Big play Brady, as you guys like to call on the station. He showed up for this Mancelona game, and he's got 9 points off of 3 threes. Really effective in this game when they got the lead now 24-17 coming out this timeout. And it looks like Mancelona's going to be setting up the full court press. Let's see if they can get another turnover here.
Full court pressure being applied in the hands of Max Beal. Red Devils have been taking care of the basketball much better so far in this third quarter. And they're also taking good shots. Anytime you get a good open look for Beal or Wilson, that's a shot that head coach Tim Smith is going to like. As Webb drops it down low to McCafferty, around and out. Mokama has the rebound for the Ironmen.
Got to finish those bunnies underneath the hoop. Great dish by Webb, driving kick. A little bit too aggressive by Mokama at the perimeter.
Kick out. Crino has it, now over to Bennett. Ball is popping around, and Bennett slashing into the rim for easy deuce. He makes that look so easy to kind of slide through the defenders waiting in help side defense.
So easy. It's almost like he's got the vision. He sees it in his head. As soon as he gets the ball, he just executes seamlessly. Really liking his tempo in this game so far. Kind of need to see him get going a little bit more to chip at this lead.
He's leading all scorers with 10 points in the game, Jackson Bennett, that is. Brady Wilson in the corner. Down low goes to Malpas. Here's the first post touch. Left shoulder, drop step, and Ellis Malpas gets it in from close range.
Like I said earlier, he's not one. Ellis not one to be a back-to-basket player, but with this size matchup, he has it. Another drive to the rim with Jackson Bennett with the drive to the rim.
And the thing is, both teams right now are playing a little bit differently than they did in the first half. East Jordan trying to go outside in.
Right.
And put Wilson in the corner with the side they're posting up on. They just did that in the most recent possession. Let's see what they do here as they're going back to this flex cut as Webb puts it up and in.
Risky pass, but got through. Tough layup by Webb.
For Will Webb, that's his 8th point of the game. Here's Nomchev, puts the shoulder down. That'll be an offensive foul. Guess who draws it? Will Webb, able to slide the puppies and take the contact.
And you can kind of sense Mancelona getting kind of a little irritated here with the offense approach, kind of putting their head down and trying to get to the rim with this lead kind of getting away from them a little bit. I think if they just settle down, use this defense they got within the trap after the inbounds as their primary weapon, kind of let East Jordan just unravel like that instead of trying to be too aggressive. But we'll see how this attack kind of shifts throughout this third quarter.
And there's the 4th foul on Owen Crino.
Crucial as he goes to the bench. Man, East Jordan's really just taking Owen out of this game.
Yeah, with that being said, East Jordan up by 7 points so far as they've scored 10 points here in this quarter. McCafferty catches. Now over to Malpas. He's going to put it on the deck. Working against Lanning. Now open to Beal. Sets the feet. Puts it up and knocks it down.
3 pointers in this third quarter for East Jordan.
Yeah, they've made 3 of them.
Have been
Check
the separating key.
I think now 4.
Yes.
Back into the game for the Mancelona Ironmen is Heath Bradley. And Bradley, so we got a foul called.
Looks like he's got a brace on his knee.
Yep. That foul called against Wilson. But Max Beal has come alive here for the Red Devils with 6 points in the quarter as Bradley goes to the charity stripe, shooting just the 3rd and 4th free throws of the game for Mancelona.
Very crucial free throws as Mancelona would love to get into the press after these 2 make. You know, something with this press too, they switched up for East Jordan and put Max Beal kind of at the helm of it and keeping Webb in the middle of the court.
Yep.
And I think that's helped with this press breaker a little bit.
Second free throw, no good for Bradley. 8-point lead now for East Jordan. 3-possession lead. It was a 1-point game at halftime. Red Devils have come out shooting strong here in this quarter. Wilson drives baseline, floater up, and tough luck miss. McCafferty can't get it off the window, and Mokama has another rebound.
Crucial offensive rebound, wasn't able to capitalize, but love seeing him on the offensive glass.
Mancelona dribble handoff to Landing. He's going to carve his way into the paint, puts it up.
Move.
Mokama on the offensive rebound. Gets another one, trying to step through. That is a nice move on the baseline by Bidwell Mokama, carving his way through the interior of that Red Devil defense.
That's just outworking everyone down there. Love to see that out of Bidwell Mokama.
There's a nice take to the rim. That's Will Webb, and he gets almost a steal right back.
Webb's definitely got into a rhythm in this quarter. Got the offensive charge, attacking. Got his players shooting threes. He's really controlling this offensive attack in this third quarter.
Critical time of the game right now for the Mancelona Ironmen, I would say. They just need to be able to kind of hold their water right now and stay afloat. Owen Kreiner on the bench with 4 fouls. Red Devil offense really starting to pick it up here as this third quarter has begun. Ooh, nice move. Bradley attacking with reckless abandon as he's come back. And much like Willis Reed a la.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw him being helped off of the floor. He is wearing that brace on the left knee as that foul is called against Ellis Malpas, his first, team's second.
Yeah, definitely needed Heath to come back in the game as he looks to attack very aggressively. And he has a great matchup on the court as well. Glad that he's doing all right and is able to come out here again.
Mancelona, as Bradley splits the free throw, cuts it back to an 8-point lead. Ironmen making their 4th free throw of the game. They almost had a 3-on-2 on the backside of that trap. Boyer doing a good job just to hang on to the basketball. Bennett playing right in the shorts of Will Webb.
This defense is definitely stepping up right now. Mancelona knows how crucial of time it is right now in this quarter.
It was a 1-point game at halftime. The Red Devils have stretched it out here as Malpas goes against Bennett, and it's a turnover. Bennett, man, I don't know if anybody in the Ski Valley is going to pick Jackson Bennett to try to go one-on-one against. He is so quick laterally, Noah.
So quick, and just aggressive, active hands when he's sitting in there as well. He's a great defender.
Mokama with a little dribble handoff up top. Mancelona trying to sneak Namchef on the baseline as Bennett guarded up top by Beal. Bradley spinning in, fadeaway jump shot. That's a tough shot and a good board by Boyer into the hands of Webb as he crosses over against Bradley.
You know, I would love to see Mancelona in their sets run a play or two. It seems like they're just kind of creating a little bit off of anything and nothing's really going.
Malpas is fouled by Bennett on the body bump. That will be the 4th team foul against the Ironmen. And we talked about it earlier. The Mancelona Ironmen, they have a propensity to foul.
Yes.
And it's started to show up here again.
100%. I think East Jordan's definitely realized that more so. It's another foul on Bidwell Mokama.
Yeah, and that's the 5th team foul for the Ironmen in the third quarter. So the Red Devils, I mean, it doesn't really matter because it was a 2-shot penalty as Beal goes back to the line because, you know, you're getting to the line, and right now East Jordan making
it count. Max has really stepped up in this third quarter. 2 threes, free throws. It's definitely came alive.
5 for 11. Now make it 5 for 12 from the free throw line for the Red Devils.
Ooh, East Jordan almost got an offensive rebound off that miss.
Yep.
Lucky bounce going to Mancelona.
So, Noah, let me open this question up to you. When do you bring back in Owen Kreino if you're Mancelona?
You know, tough question because I think you could use his shooting ability and his ability to create, but you really can't afford him to pick up another late one in this third quarter, so I think you got to start on the 4th.
Meanwhile, we're going to show you this replay here. This is a foul on a jump shooter attempting a 3-point shot. Bradley put it up. I believe it was Malpas that fouled him down low. And Bradley will go to the free throw line where he is 2 of his last 4. And he's taken all the free throws here in this quarter for the Ironmen. And gets a oh man, I was about to say friendly roll.
Not at all. He's definitely got to the line. He's got to make them count, though.
Yep. Second for Bradley, short. It looks like he might be just having a mental game right now, going through his ears, just trying to see what do I got to do to knock down a free throw. His release looks good. As he,
Oh, that one went in and came out. That was a bad roll.
Is a 0 for 3 trip to the free throw line for the Ironmen. That's tough right there. Let's see if they can stay with it here mentally and get a defensive stop. East Jordan likely will play for the last shot of this quarter. The 5 on the floor for the Red Devils are Boyer, Webb, McCafferty, Beal, and Ennis. Head coach Tim Smith instructing his team to settle for the, or not settle, but try for the last shot of this quarter. Backdoor cut to Webb. Crosses over. Baseline blocked by Mokama, but count it. And one. Will Webb flexing on him. Let's take another look at that. That was an impressive
move.
Crossover, baseline, take the bump, hang, and hit it. Here's Will Webb, many say one of the most athletic players in the conference, attacking the rack, getting the contact, and trying to make it a three-point play.
Going right at Mochama underneath. Not scared of the contact at all. Finish.
Missed the free throw. Here's Statler before the buzzer sound puts it up, and that almost drew iron. So in the third quarter of play, after 8 minutes here in the second half, the Red Devils add to their 1-point lead at halftime. They extend this lead out to 11 after 3 quarters of play. We're going to go ahead, step aside, come back for the final quarter here for the 2 teams atop the Ski Valley Conference standings. 8 minutes left to determine who's going to walk out of here on top of the Ski Valley between the Red Devils and the Ironmen here on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back after this. Proud to support East Jordan Athletics here on Next Level Broadcasting, making it easy to be in touch with slams at home. The Heat with heart, play with integrity. Pumped up. EJ is the leader in the design, manufacture, and distribution of access solutions for water, sewer, drainage, telecommunication, and utility networks worldwide. Driven by unparalleled customer service, exceptional solutions, global expertise, and local understanding. That's EJ, a proud sponsor of tonight's game. All right, we will begin the fourth quarter of play. Mancelona Ironmen with possession of the basketball here. Owen Crino back into the game as Lanning kicks it. Bennett from the corner, teeing it up off the mark. Rebounded by Max Beal, and the Red Devils have a one-and-done defensive stand. McCafferty with the athletic catch, and here's Mokama to climb the ladder and gather another rebound.
Love to see that look ahead. Would like to see McCafferty kind of settle in and get that better look at the layup, but not a bad push-up. Love to see East Jordan kind of settle in. Don't need to force anything.
Lanning has that one blocked from behind by Boyer. And for East Jordan, they've really relied on their bench a little bit more tonight than they have in previous games so far in conference play, Noah.
Yeah, and I think that's a testament to see where these boys have came from the beginning of the season till now. You know, when they played Mancelona, they were barely going to a 6-7-man rotation, and first quarter, we've seen 3 subs come in, and it's paid off.
As Crino knocks down the triple.
Speak of the guy they're missing.
That's the second made triple for Mancelona in the game, and for Owen Crino, that's his 5th point.
Huge point, not only just for the Ironman to kind of get going here, set their trap up, but also for Owen to get some confidence. Hasn't been in the game that much. Love to see the ball go through the net. This might be scary for Mancelona here.
Beal with it up top. Ennis on the pin down, trying to find something. Red Devils, a lot of this offense will be initiated through Beal and Webb right now. Webb guarded by Lanning on the perimeter.
Definitely taking their time, not looking to rush anything at the moment right now.
This is a matchup, Mokama and Beal.
I know they went at it in the football field a couple times.
Yeah. Webb drives in, flips it up, rattles off, but the Red Devils get a rare offensive rebound. Ennis tees it up from the corner, no good. And another offensive board.
And a foul.
Webb squeezes it, and he's fouled. And that will be a foul against Bidwell Mokama, first against him, or first against the Ironmen, and his third. Mancelona takes a timeout here. Fouls beginning to become a situation for Mancelona. Bidwell Mokama with 3. Yep. Ryan Numchev with 3. Owen Krino with 4. Those are 3 starters for them.
Crucial starters as well, not only for defense but for offense attack. I mean, East Jordan has done well, has really gotten their best players to have to follow. And I want to say, you know, we talked about offensive rebounding. East Jordan definitely went into halftime saying they're going to be on the glass. And those 2 back-to-back offensive rebounds, huge for East Jordan. Now they're able to sub in. Ellis and Brady got their full attack going on in the fourth quarter, close out the game.
My question is, does Mancelona have enough stamina here to be able to gut out 6 more minutes with the same type of energy and tenacity? We just saw the Red Devils get 2 offensive rebounds. Are the Ironmen starting to wear down a little bit? Wilson takes a deep 3, and that one's off on a 3rd rebound here by the Red Devils on this offensive possession alone.
That was a huge rebound. I see McCaffrey standing with 4 Ironmen around him, and he came down with that ball. Hey, and you talked about it, the stamina. Is Mancelona going to buckle in and get the job done here? East Jordan still looking pretty in the driver's seat right now.
Certainly, especially starting to wear down this Mancelona defensive rebounding effort, because this is the 4th crack at it that the Red Devils have had on this possession, thanks to 3 offensive rebounds. Ellis Malpas drives in, Euro step, and near side official is going to whistle him for a travel. So Mancelona forces the turnover.
Even though they weren't able to get that rebound, they still got out of there with no points.
Mancelona, I'm trying to run some clock here because I've just played defense for a long time.
Right.
And that's going to allow them to kind of catch their breath as Nomchev drew some contact. And that's Will Webb who draws the foul or picks up the foul. And Nomchev goes to the free throw line for 2. And Mancelona can catch their collective breath.
100%. And I think this is what they want to do. They want to slow the game down. They want to get their shooters to the line, catch these easy points, but they haven't been getting them.
They've missed their last 5 free throws.
This hoop on this side for them, they must have never practiced on this side of the hoop during practice.
They do get the offensive rebound. Lanning swings it to Nomchev in the corner. Mancelona's missed their last 6 free throws. Nomchev, baseline drive, up, no good, rolls off. McCafferty with the rebound. And with 5 minutes remaining, here come the Red Devils.
He almost should have just dunked that one. He was up there.
Will Webb almost has it tapped from behind, and we've got a foul here called against Bradley. Or actually, they're going to get Nomchev. And for Nomchev, that's his 4th.
Foul trouble from their top guys.
Well, if you're tuning in tonight, we want to thank you for tuning into this presentation. We have 2 teams at the top of the Ski Valley Conference squaring off as McCafferty plays through the contact, scores it, and will go to the free throw line for the Red Devils.
Huge. I knew McCafferty could be a key factor. I said in the beginning of the game, kind of didn't get awakened into the second half. Guys in the locker room had to pump him up, get him on the glass, and he's definitely came alive in the second quarter, Charles.
Yeah, he's got some big offensive rebounds, trying to finish off the three-point play. He cannot do so, but another offensive rebound, and that to me says that the Ironmen are starting to wear down a little bit, Noah, as Malpas drives in and is fouled up top by Bennett.
That's his 4th or 5th.
That will be the third against Bennett.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's clear as number 1, Bidwell Mochama's on the bench. Offensive rebounds have tilted to East Jordan, and they've noticed it. They're waiting on the baseline, on the boxes. They're trying to get all the rebounds when he's out of the game, and it's clear. I think we've seen 4.
Yeah, I mean, in the last couple of possessions, we've seen 5 offensive rebounds as there's a foul called against the Red Devils. This one against Malpas, and that's, believe it or not, a smart foul. Mancelona had a numbers advantage going the other way, so that'll allow the Red Devils to set their defense.
I don't know if he was trying to do that intentionally, but definitely a smart foul.
He might have been mad that he missed the free throw.
Terrible turnover by Ryan.
As Bennett gets the hustle play, and he stepped on the baseline.
Great hustle.
I mean, that was Jackson Bennett just gutting it out right there.
You talk about it, they have enough stamina. Jackson Bennett has enough stamina to finish this off.
That dude can go.
His motor hasn't stopped.
Webb catches in the corner, guarded by Nomchev. Nomchev playing with, checks notes, 4 fouls. McCafferty at the high post, drops his shoulder. This should be an offensive block. A block called against Heath Bradley. Let's take another look at that one. This obviously one of the hardest calls in high school basketball to make.
Home crowd definitely didn't like that call.
All right, Noah, put on the stripes. That's tough.
That's very tough. McCaffrey kind of put that shoulder down right between his chest.
You could say that 2 things are true. You could say that Bradley was moving and kind of hopped into it, and you could also say that McCafferty put his shoulder and lowered it.
100%. I think the ref saw that Heath was kind of anticipating it a little bit too early, kind of went that route with it. Love to see McCafferty hit that first free throw as he was kind of struggling.
Second free throw is good for McCafferty. He makes both, and the Red Devils have their largest lead of the game at 12. McCafferty now with 5 points as well.
This is what I want to see. Jackson take over.
Jackson Bennett gets into the lane, hop step, and scores. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Jackson Bennett now with 14 points.
Listen, when he gets 2 feet in that paint, it's rare that he's going to miss or have a really good shot attempt at the cup.
The Ironmen get the offensive rebound, and there's a stick back by Bradley. So they get a 4-point possession because they missed the free throw, and they do their thing on the offensive glass.
Great momentum shift. Get right into their press. This is Mancelona. They're trying to come make this comeback real quick with 4 minutes to go, down by 8.
Do they have enough as the Red Devils take a timeout? They're going to make it a full timeout. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like if you take into consideration what we were talking about at the end of the first half, Noah, Red Devils, free throws and 3-pointers.
Yep.
Mancelona getting to the basket, but Mancelona still hasn't had easy transition layups.
None.
East Jordan has done such a good job not allowing Mancelona to get into transition breaks.
No, the team defense getting back. You could definitely tell Tim Smith made that a point in practice this week as everybody needs to get back, put a foot in the paint, turn around, and look where the ball is. And they've done it almost to perfection. No transition points really. Each Mancelona of offensive players had to create on their own at the perimeter, and it's worked in East Jordan's favor. So really want to see, though, Mancelona started to cook up some momentum going before that timeout. If East Jordan kind of cooks up a play here, kind of gets them settling down and get going again.
And earlier on in the broadcast, Noah, you and I talked about how this is kind of the week of reckoning for the Mancelona Ironmen. Not only do they have this game here tonight against the conference-leading East Jordan Red Devils, but they also have the 3rd team in the conference standings, tied for 3rd team, the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds coming here on Friday night.
Right.
So Mancelona, if they can somehow pull a rabbit out of the hat here tonight, can really take a stranglehold on the conference.
Definitely. It's a great temperature check, middle of the season.
Not to mention that both these teams will be district playoff opponents, seated in the same district as what Travel's called against Webb, as he's called for shuffling the puppies.
That's what Mancelona wants. Get them sped up a little bit, got Webb to create a little turnover. Back on the offensive charge. Love to see Mancelona go to their go-to play right here.
Bennett gets it in the corner. Now shuffling around up top. Hesitation move, attacks the rim, and an offensive foul is called against Jackson Bennett. We're going to take a look at that one again.
You know, if this was college, Webb would have definitely been
in the restricted area.
In the restricted area for sure. It's a tough one.
That's a block.
Yeah.
You can see Webb moving into that contact, as we had the same kind of precedent called earlier with McCafferty and Bradley.
Yep.
That should be an illegal screen.
There we go. There's a makeup call.
Yeah, we don't need to replay that one.
No.
That one was pretty clear and obvious.
It's getting a little chippy in here as the time's getting a little A little low to the end.
Yep.
Guys are getting a little chippy. Remembering that football, a little aggressiveness is coming out.
That's right. Mancelona, Jackson Bennett took over in that football game this year as Namchev's going to pull the three, blocked up top by Webb.
Ryan kind of shaking his hand. Webb might have caught his hand in that one. I don't know if the ref had caught it.
And that's not a smart foul by the Ironmen. That's going to put the Red Devils on the free throw line.
Yeah. And look how far away that foul happened. You never want to see a foul happen that far away from the basket. Just unnecessary, especially at this time.
We update our fouls on our scoreboard here. Mancelona in the penalty. Red Devils with 4 team fouls as Webb misses the first of 2. You got to make this one because Mancelona kind of gave you these free throws here.
100%. And you kind of got to settle East Jordan down. They haven't had a point in a little bit. Mancelona's kind of creating some offense, creating some chaos.
Will Webb knocks down and splits the pair.
Oh, terrible pass by Ryan.
Yeah.
Steal by Max Beal.
We got a foul, and that'll be the 5th against Namchev. Let's take a look at this replay.
Uh-oh, they're talking. It's getting a little physical between Ryan and Brady down there.
Here's the pass that was intercepted there by Beal. Just kind of laying in wait on that one. He goes up, and he gets knocked down
Tough
to the
foul.
ground by Namchev. There was nothing malicious about it. He just didn't want Beal to score. Red Devils with a 9-point lead, and that will send Max Beal to the free throw line for 2 shots and a chance to really extend this lead and kind of put the Red Devils out of striking distance for this Mancelona Ironman team, a team that's only made 2 3-pointers all night long. It's tough to come back in games. Even though Mancelona, they are very accustomed to pressuring the basketball, trying to get steals and turnovers, but just a cold shooting night for the Ironmen, not only from the three-point line, but also the free throw line as well, Noah.
Yeah, you don't really see that too much as well. Usually they start getting going from the free throw line, and especially being in your home court, you kind of get the friendly rolls with these nets, but for some reason, I don't know if they haven't practiced on this side or not, but they haven't got nothing to fall. Would love to see that going. It would have been a much closer game, but yeah, you kind of think Mancelona's got to come out here and get something going in the next minute, or it might get a little bit away from them. With Ryan going on the bench as well, that was a huge foul because it puts Ryan, their leading point guard, on the bench. So interested to see what Mancelona does now with one of their leading guys at the helm on the bench and a couple other guys in big foul trouble as well. Still 3 minutes. Anything can happen in this 3 minutes.
Going back to the YouTube chat. Here, next dead ball, we're going to figure out where Macedonia is as Ivan Kuzmanowski is watching, or Ivan watching from Macedonia. That's definitely the furthest geographical person that we've had tuned in tonight.
I love that.
Ivan, if you're watching, go ahead and give us a sub.
What's the basketball like out there?
Yeah, as this one no good by Max Beal. Looking to split at the free throw line after he got that interception and almost pounded it down on that layup. Splits at the free throw line, 42-32, 10-point game. Largest lead has been 12. Bennett kicks it out to Kreinl. One more now to Lanning, back up top. Ooh, if I thought they were going to kick that one back out. Lanning now shovels it out to Bradley. He'll drive in, drew some contact, hard off the rim, got his own miss, puts it up, and puts it in.
That's what he was looking to do, just get the ball up by the rim, let me get a rebound, let me put it back up. That was his MO. That was his plan the whole time.
Mancelona back down. It's an 8-point game.
Going press.
Timeout taken by the Red Devils as Mancelona was able to set up that pressure and force East Jordan into the sideline where they want to trap.
Yeah.
So East Jordan will have 2 timeouts left, 1 timeout left for Mancelona. As we want to thank you for tuning in tonight here on a Wednesday night. Wednesday night Ski Valley action. I mean, if you're not familiar with our schedule, we post our schedule on Facebook every Sunday night. But Wednesday night is typically our feature game of Ski Valley Conference because the Ski Valley usually has really good matchups on Wednesday nights where most other conferences preserve Wednesday to be make-up dates in case of snow days and whatnot. The Ski Valley says, hey, we're going to schedule on Wednesday night. Last week, Wednesday night, we had the Gaylord St. Mary Snowbird girls and the Inland Lakes girls two teams with 10 wins or more on the season.
It's like primetime Wednesday.
Exactly, man. It's like Tuesday night action in college football. As Malpas drives in on the baseline, Glasser gets it to go.
Great pump fake at the perimeter. Look to drive. That's Malpas right there.
Jackson Bennett no good, but got his own miss, and they say he's reestablished in.
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know about reestablishing. I think the ref kind of let that one go.
This one is tracked down by Bidwell Mokama, now stolen up top by Beal. Red Devils up by 10. They won the first matchup against the Ironmen 48-38. And Noah, you and I also said during the pregame that if this game was played below 50, it would favor East Jordan. Anything above that, the edge would go to Mancelona. And you're right in that area where it's going to favor the Red Devils as Webb draws contact. Foul on the floor by Bradley, or is that on Bennett?
If that's on Bennett, that's going to be his fourth.
And that is on Bennett indeed.
It's getting crucial with foul trouble. That's his fifth, and he's out. That's crucial.
So that's the second Mancelona starter to foul out. Jackson Bennett, final stat line, he's got 14 points as he checks out here tonight. He was definitely the most in-rhythm Mancelona player tonight.
100%. You know, I don't want to say the nails in the coffin. Anything can happen in a minute 46, but with Jackson going to the bench, Ryan being out, it's going to be very tough for this Mancelona team to create offense.
As Webb knocks down the first of two. And this East Jordan crowd can kind of sense it right now.
Mancelona got a little quieter in here.
Second shot, no good. Okama with another rebound. He's got to be close to 20 rebounds tonight.
You know, we weren't tracking it, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty close to 16, 17 rebounds.
Owen Crino missed from the top of the key. Red Devils with another rebound. Mancelona still with 2 3-pointers made all game long. 3-point free throws, that's been the difference of the game so far.
100%. Max Beal coming out, cashing from 3. Brady adding on to the total that he was already doing. Really got East Jordan separated in that third quarter. And to be frank, Owen with the foul trouble, not being able to get his shooting in early on, trying to create it late, just not happening.
Ooh, what a hezzy cross by Webb, trying to slam it. Looked like he was going up there on a rack attack,
Maybe next year we'll see that on the highlight film.
Oh, man, that looked like something that we were going to be able to run on a replay loop as Bradley puts it back, and the stick back is good. So, you know, my key points, and let's just go back and kind of reassess here for the game. I was looking at it thinking points off of turnovers and transition basket. Could the Red Devils limit Mancelona's easy shots? That's a check mark in the box for the Red Devils here tonight.
100%.
Defensive transition has been airtight for the Red Devil team. And then, you know, which team was going to be able to dominate the glass? In the first half, it was Mancelona.
Definitely.
I think that was a derivative. The score was a derivative, being 18-17 at halftime, of Mancelona dominating the glass.
Yes.
In the second half, East Jordan has done a much better job competing and getting some offensive rebounds and securing some defensive rebounds, not allowing Mancelona to have so many second chances.
Yes. I mean, Tim Smith must have wrote on the board as soon as he walked in there, rebound, 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 because that's what East Jordan has done. And, you know, we talked about it. They hadn't really shot from the perimeter that well. Well, offensive rebounds can get you some really good looks from the three-point line too. So, you know, that was the shift for me in the third quarter. And like you said, the turnovers, you know, East Jordan as a team has been playing some solid defense. So see what they do here with Mancelona going to this press.
It's still just a 9-point game, so 3-score lead for East Jordan. And we're going to get a hell ball. No, they're going to get through it. McCafferty finds Wilson. I thought he was going to pull that.
I thought he was about to shoot it. I almost yelled out, "Don't" from up here.
Yeah, I thought he was pulling that one. We've seen Wilson. He's knocked down 3 3-pointers here tonight. He had 2 made threes in the first half, and he's got 1 here in the second half.
Kind of looks like Mancelona's kind of conceding here.
Right. You know, you got to consider Mancelona's got about 1,000 points and starters sitting on the bench right now.
And you know what? To say the least, it wasn't a bad showing. They had a lot of missed opportunities that they could have cashed in. It would have been a much closer game. So to get out with, you know, less than 10-point loss, got St. Mary's coming up, wasn't too much of a bad game on Mancelona's side.
So final score here goes down in the books. 45 for East Jordan, 36 for Mancelona. And, just some of the things that we saw here tonight, Noah, that I think both teams can still stand to improve on before they see each other in potentially a district matchup.
Could be a really good one.
I think Mancelona just needs to be able to stay within their flow.
Yes.
They were in flow in the second quarter.
100%.
They got taken out of that flow because East Jordan took away their offensive rebounds.
Yep.
So you got to have a way for yourself to sustain your offensive rhythm without having to depend so heavily on getting your own misses.
Yes. I would actually love to see Mancelona run a little bit more of some sets, something that can get them some easy points or some easy looks. Because like you said, sometimes when you haven't created that miss or the opportunities off the turnovers, you kind of need something to get them going. And I would have loved to see a couple sets just to see Jackson see the ball go through the net, or Ryan or Owen. But, overall, East Jordan definitely came with the game plan and executed it.
Next up for Mancelona, they'll be home Friday night taking on Gaylord St. Mary. East Jordan next up will be taking on Forest Area Fife Lake in a game on Friday night as well. For all of our sponsors here tonight, we want to courteously thank the Charlevoix State Bank, EJ, the Iron Goat, Professional Seamless Gutters for making this game possible, and then last but not least, the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport, TVC, for making this game possible for you to be watching from the comfort of wherever you find comfort. One more time, we'll bring you in up here to the broadcast booth in the mezzanine track area for Mancelona High School. Charles Trail along with Noah Backus. Noah, I think that these two teams tonight showed why they're on top of the Ski Valley Conference standings. I think the halftime adjustments for East Jordan that took away the lifeline of Mancelona's offense, those rebounds,
yes,
really impacted this game in the final 16 minutes.
Definitely tell that Tim Smith has the experience under his belt. He knew what he needed to do at halftime, made sure the East Jordan boys executed that, and they came out ready to go from the beginning. They definitely weathered the storm of the momentum of Mancelona here, but, in that third quarter, offensive rebounds and three-pointers really separated them.
Well, that's going to do it here for Mancelona. Red Devils win 45-36. For myself, Charles Trail, Noah Backus, our executive cameraman tonight, Ryan Bentley, we say thank you. And until next time, tune in on nextlevelbroadcasting.net. Tomorrow night, we've got a girls varsity doubleheader as we have the Gaylord St. Mary's Snowbirds looking to continue on their historic season. They'll be taking on the Pellston Hornets. And then we'll also have a matchup in the Northern Shores Conference as well for you. That game will be over in Elk Rapids, and that'll be Elk Rapids taking on Harbor Springs, the two top teams in the Northern Shores Conference for the girls basketball side, squaring off tomorrow night on nextlevelbroadcasting.net. You can catch them both live on Thursday, and then we've got another doubleheader Friday for you as well. Check our Facebook so you can stay up to date with our schedule, and we've got it posted on our website as well. One more time for Mancelona saying good night. Charles Trail with Next Level Broadcasting. See everybody tomorrow night, Thursday, January 29th. Good night.
Take care.